Okay, I'm determined to make this 10 minutes or less so I can actually put it out today. This will definitely be, as Bob on speculation, short. So help me. Talking about the Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. I just finished it today. It took me a pretty long time. I believe it's 31 days. I started it on February 21st. I just make sure. Alexa, how many days since February 21st?
February 21st was 32 days ago.
32 days ago. So it's taken me 32 days. Yeah, let's talk about it. First, no, I said, yay, they're British. I didn't really realize, but it's kind of obvious. I read this book along with the audiobook, and I think it was a very good decision. This is also the longest book, I believe, that I've read for Spyro Speculation. It's a little over 500 pages. Okay. And I said the text seems kind of formal, but not. I think it also just helps with the British accent. But yeah, it seemed kind of like a modern day modern day Jane Austen novel, because it like takes place in England, and the text is kind of formal, but like it's not really like. We have a lot of quotes. One of my quotes is, "I'm going to spend the next year ignoring the fact that there will be any year beyond it," and I think that may be kind of a good perspective, good way to look at life with. I think in this context he's talking about I think it's like his, I don't know, something, but he just wants to spend the summer with Percy as much as he can. And then I said, the dad bites. So dad is really, really the worst. But good thing he was barely in the novel. And I say Monty is so annoying, but I think I love him for it. He's literally like so entitled. He's literally a white, rich boy. Like, he's annoying. He's very annoying. And then I said, wait, I thought they were sailing, so I guess they are just in a dock now? I don't understand the context of that, and I'm not going to look it up in the book. And I say, bruh, he's an addict, literally. Yeah, he drinks so much wine in this novel. And he gets drunk pretty easily, so he should really, sober up. I think he mentions at the end that he's going to try to not drink as much, or just stop it. And then I said Felicity was being homophobic because she literally was. She was asking Monty all these questions about, I guess, his love life, and she wanted to understand, but the questions she was asking were kind of problematic. We have another quote. God bless the book people for their boundless knowledge absorbed from having words instead of friends. Mackenzie Lee called me out in that quote. I know I'm not a woman and don't really know the menstrual cycle, but I feel like Felicity saying women don't have the luxury of being squeamish of blood is something a man would say, and by me saying that, I'm also establishing stereotype, but whatevs. Yeah, she says, I'm guessing it's like a reference to females' menstrual cycles, that they can't afford to be squeamish at the sight of blood, but I mean, my sister doesn't like blood, so. Okay, and then I said, oh my, the next chapter is a beast, 40 pages. I believe that was chapter maybe 18, yeah. Chapter 18 was so long, it was literally 40 pages. Then I said, my prediction is that their father is still alive, and I was talking about Dante and Helena's father. And then I said, in all caps, I knew he wasn't dead, let's get it. I guess that their dad wasn't dead, and he isn't. Another quote, Barcelona is a handsome symphony of its own. And I said, pretty relatable how Monty is angry at Dante since he kissed his sister. Then I said, are you kidding me? Why didn't he tell them he got the code? It was really weird. At the beginning, Monty just wouldn't tell them, didn't admit to them that he got the information that they were looking for from Dante and Helena's father, which was weird to me. Shouldn't it be none of us speak much instead of none of us speaks much? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's none of us speak much. But the author wrote none of us speaks much. Okay. Quotes, for an odd moment, it feels like I'm standing beside myself watching, divorced entirely from my own being. And I said, yay, racism. What I like about this book is that it kind of, it's not oblivious to the fact that there's racism. Yeah. It's aware of it. There's a moment when somebody walks up to Percy and she says, I support your cause, and the cause is I guess abolition. I guess the abolitionist movement. And I was like, okay, that's not his movement. That's so, okay. I can't get into that. And then I can't with these two. Stop arguing goodness. I miss Felicity. Yeah, again, same thing. I felt deja vu. Monty and Percy kissed, and then one of them backpedaled, and now they're in an argument. It's like, I feel like, yeah, it was unnecessary. And then I said, I felt deja vu reading page 459 like I was just in that situation. I was reading those lines and I was eating plantain chips at the dining table. Okay, and then I realized he literally only has one ear now, which is like a surprise. At least, like, I feel like that's kind of good because I feel like every single time a lot of books end up with the main characters like being scot-free, nothing really bad happening to them, and I like when something bad happens to them. At least, like, I don't know. I like it. Okay. Kind of cringe he wants to run away now, which there was like a paragraph or a few sentences about why. Yeah, so the second big argument that Percy and Monty have is about Percy wanting to run away with Monty, and Monty's like, absolutely not. And now he's like, let's run away. And it was really cringe and unrealistic. Another quote, we are not broken things, neither of us. We are cracked pottery mended with lacquer and flakes of gold, whole as we are, complete unto each other, complete and worthy and so very loved. Now the final quote, this is the end of the book. For now, know that we are safe and well, and know that I am happy. For perhaps the first time in my life, everything before is all shriveled and pale in comparison to this. And I don't care what you say or what you something, I think that's another typo, I just don't know what it said, or what you something, or what I'm giving up. From here on out, I intend to have a good life. It will not be easy, but it will be good. And now Percy has his arm around me, and Santorini and the sea are spread like a feast before us, and there is sky all the way to the horizon, and what a sky it is. I like that ending, it's very nice, and we're actually at 10 minutes exactly now. But I do have to do my final thoughts, so sorry, it'll be a little over 10 minutes. Let's say 15 minutes tops. I know there is a novella called The Gentleman's Guide to Getting Lucky, which happens chronologically right after this book, which I'm excited to read. It is pretty short, but I just put it on my next 15 books I want to read listing. So I'm looking forward to reading that. This is actually a trilogy. There's a second one. I think it's called The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy, which follows the perspective of Felicity. And then finally, we have The Nobleman's Guide, something that I can't remember, which follows Monty and Felicity's younger brother. So I may continue the series or I may not. I don't know. I feel like they're so long. The books are so long, and I'm not sure I want to commit to reading them. It just takes so long. I'll probably maybe purchase the books because, I mean, I have the first one. I might as well get all of them. And yeah, I generally like this book. What I'll remember this book for being pretty long, kind of being historical fiction. This is like the only historical fiction I've read for Inspired by Speculation, I want to say, and it was very enjoyable. Like, it wasn't boring at all. It was kind of weird. Like, they never mentioned near the end about Percy having epilepsy. Like, they mentioned it, and obviously, I mean, this is morbid, but he's obviously he's going to die eventually. And, like, they didn't even mention it, like, near the end, which was kind of odd. Yeah, as I said somewhere in a previous video, the person that recommended me this book said it was the funniest book she's ever read. It was kind of funny, but it was not the funniest book. I'd say right now the funniest book I've ever read is Neanderthal Opens the Door to the Universe by Preston Norton, which I recently read, and I believe I made a short reacting to it. But yeah, it was kind of funny. Characters are all good. I feel like they're all drawn out. It's good. It's cool. I really like it. I really like it. I read a lot today. I wanted to finish it yesterday, but I didn't, so I wanted to binge read. I started today on page 356, and as I said previously, this book is a little over 500 pages. So that means I read about 144 plus pages today, which is pretty good. I started reading at about 8 a.m., and I finished reading at about 11 a.m. Rating. I'd give this... Okay, I was gonna give this an 8 out of 10, but honestly, let's give it a 9 out of 10, because, like, it was pretty enjoyable. It was kind of boring at some parts, like, when they were describing everything, but, like, it was interesting for the most part, and I don't know. And I think that's all. Thank you so much. So now, outside of Macbeth, which I'm reading for school, I'm not reading any pleasure books, so I need to start. Oh,
Actually, that's not true. I'm sorry.
I'm reading a book called Sure, I'll Be Your Black Friend by Ben Philippe, who wrote another book that I read called The Field Guide to the North American Teenager. Still haven't started editing it because it's literally like over 2 hours, I'm pretty sure. So I don't really feel the motivation to do that right now, start editing that. But that's the next, yeah, that's a book I'm reading right now, Sure, I'll Be Your Black Friend, but I'll probably start another book. And I'll probably read the two of them simultaneously. I'm guessing I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. I've been wanting to read that for a while, and I'm excited to read it. But yes, thank you so much. I said I'd finish this before 50 minutes. It is 40 minutes and 30 seconds right now, so I'm on schedule to finish on time. You should read the audiobook with this book. I think it's really cool. Go on YouTube, it's available on YouTube, and then I just listened to the majority of this on 2x speed. It went faster, and I still could understand everything because I was just reading along. I like it. I like this book. 9 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. Let's not wait until the last second to finish this video.